Yo, what's good? It's your boy, Coach Smook, man. I'm back with it. Doing it for the first time, man. Y'all check me out, bruh. Y'all check me out. Hey, we got the Alabama Crimson Tide pulling away with the victory. 34-0 over Austin Peay. Governors, 34-0, not what we expected. But I guess we'll take it for now. The way that this season has gone and the way that things are looking, we'll take it right now. Just get on to the Iron Bowl. Let's win the Iron Bowl. And yeah, let's dive into this thing a little bit though. We're gonna go ahead and jump over here to the stats, man. Let's see if I can get this thing to act right. All right, yeah, check it out. Okay, yeah. Look at your boy. Got it looking all nice and pretty over here. Let me see if I can move this on this side. You know what? Let's leave it right there. Yeah, we'll do it like this for now. Hey, so check this out. Again, the score was 34-0. You can see some of the highlights playing in the background. Bryce Young airs it out to Jermaine Burton for our first score of the game, I believe that was. No, Jace McClellan had the first run of the game with the score. And we saw the pass from Bryce Young to Jermaine Burton, which should have been an offensive pass interference. We're not going to talk about that. Will Reichert came through with clutch always, as he does. He had Jace McClellan with his second rushing touchdown of the game. Another kick by Will Reichert, and then Bryce Young to Jermaine Burton again. Pretty simple, boring game, you know, offensively. Defense produced a shutout as we expected. Didn't play strong in the first half. I credit that to it just being a 11 o'clock game. But let's look at the stats, man. Let's look at the stats. Look at Bryce Young. We see Bryce Young over here with the 18-24. Pretty fluent game. Once again, my own little comments about Bryce Young's play and what he's been doing the past probably 6-7 games, man. And that's just not trusting the players, not trusting his reads, not releasing the ball early enough. And I think it's a mental block with Bryce Young and his shoulder and, you know, all the other stuff, you know, the NIL, everything. This is a year of transition for, you know, college football as a whole. And it seems like Alabama players are the only ones struggling with the NIL hype and everything. So hopefully going into this offseason with a lot of egos being checked, we could see a little bit more effort and pride being restored into the Alabama program. But back to the stats, man. Jalen Milroe came in, threw a pick. We ain't gonna talk about that. You know, ill-advised. It wasn't an ill-advised pass. He just underthrew, holding way underthrown, like ridiculously. And I say this. Milroe is being forced to become something that he's not. Which you're going to see those struggles. You're going to see that. We saw that with Jalen Hurts. And the moment he was able to really put his time in, Jalen Hurts, you see what Jalen Hurts is doing now. So he got that 1 year at Oklahoma where he, you know, thrived, and he was able to, he had an offense that was conformed to him, you know, and it worked out to him. So having an offensive coordinator that's confident enough to adjust a scheme to fit its weapons that's available is definitely important. I think if we are able to make that change for Jalen Milroe, we'll see a lot. We'll see something better. We'll see a better product of Jalen Milroe. Ty Simpson came in, didn't get many snaps, but the two passes that he did complete, they were definitely spot on. I like the one that he threw to Tyler Harrell. That was a very talking about timing and having that ability to make the read quick, to identify the mismatch. It wasn't necessarily a mismatch. It was just the ability to identify when the wide receiver was had the advantage. And he released it before Harrell was even out of his break, which was a good thing. Nice, strong arm. He made a tight throw from hash to the sideline. The guy looks good. My only thing with Ty Simpson is when it's time to use those legs to get out of situations and to create space, is he going to be able to do that? And also, if, you know, he has a series of bad plays, what's his mental going to be like? You know, Ty Simpson, I don't believe is at that level yet. He's only a freshman, and he has time to grow. So I'm glad we're not in a position to where we have to rush him out there so soon. But I believe if something were to happen there to Bryce in the Iron Bowl game, Milroe is the go-to guy to start it off. You let Milroe lose the job, and then let Ty Simpson come in and see what type of pressure he can produce when he's under pressure. So that'll be my biggest thing with Ty Simpson, how he deals with pressure. It's good to see these type of rushing numbers. 17 carries for Jason McClellan, 10 for Roydell Williams, who were the primary backs in this game. Jason McClellan, another 100-plus yard game. He actually hit 156 this game, averaging 9.2 yards a carry. Couple big plays. His longest run was a 35-yard run. I think one of his runs, he literally slipped up. I think that would have went for another 30-plus yards. Roydell Williams, strong runner as always, averaging 5 yards a carry. These are the type of average. When I look at the running backs, I don't necessarily look at the amount of yards. I look at the average per carry. And you see these type of numbers, especially with Milroe and not Milroe, but McClellan and Williams. Those are the type of numbers you want to see. That means guys are running hard. There's a couple of 3-yard, 2-yard runs in there, but when they do have the holes, you see those guys sticking their foot in the ground and hitting it. This guy, Miller, he's going to be a stud, man. I hope he sticks around. We got some more studs coming in behind him, but this guy's definitely going to be in the mix. And I believe Emmanuel Henderson might be a permanent wide receiver move for him, but also he might be in the portal. I think Emmanuel Henderson might hit the portal after this season. This is what I don't like to see. Bryce Young, 4 rushing attempts. All of his attempts were self-imposed, and this -10 is not good, especially when you have 7 to 10 seconds. I think one play, Bryce had a yard loss. He lost yards, and he had 9 seconds in the pocket before, 9 seconds behind the line of scrimmage before he decided to even try to make an attempt to get downfield. So that's been my biggest gripe with Bryce Young. You're a small guy, quick, shifty. You got enough speed to, get around the defensive lineman, get on the edge, and make something happen. Use that to your advantage to open up the offense a little bit more. Go to the receivers, my favorite position. Jermaine Burton finally had a 100-plus yard game against a D2 school. Whoop-de-doo. Trayshawn Holden, 3 receptions, 38 yards. They were kind of late in the game. JoJo Earl is not getting enough looks. Like I said, Bryce Young is not getting the ball into the athlete's hands early in the play, which is affecting his wide receivers. Ja'Cory Brooks had, I don't see them keeping the track of the drops, but he had 2 big drops. Kendrick Law, unfortunate drops. A lot of every time the ball was thrown to him, it was late or contested. So that's on the quarterback, not on the O-line. It could test the receiver's hands, but I would like to have a ball in stride sometimes, Bryce, as a wide receiver. Robbie Oots, I feel like this guy could be more of an asset, especially with the way Cam Latu is, so loose with the ball after the catch. Love his effort, love his energy, but he's not the best run blocker. So Robbie Oots should definitely get more snaps, more reps, and then give him a chance in the definitely give him more opportunities in the pass game, because he is an athlete. He's a sneaky athlete. I think we underestimate Robbie Oots, and he's a guy that's going to stick around. He's just a loyal, hardworking kid. Got to see this guy in high school. Got to see see him in camps, and he's a hardworking guy. Actually, he's putting on a little more size than I thought he would too. Let's go to Alabama fumbles. Isaiah Bonds lost the fumble. Damon Payne Jr., it was good to see that energy after he recovered the fumble. DBs making plays against D2 talent. Not knocking Austin Peay, because they are handling business in their league. But at the end of the day, you still got to play football. And so I like what I saw from Kool-Aid today. He was disciplined, didn't get beat much. Definitely, we're seeing more and more that Terrion Arnold is not a corner. I believe he should be moved back into DeMarco Hellum's spot, and Hellum should get a shot at, playing some type of hybrid linebacker position. And Branch is just being the All-American guy. I hate that we might lose him to the draft this year. His stock has definitely went up this year. I believe Branch can go in the first round to a team that's actually paying attention to college football and needs a strong corner, nickel corner. I think Branch can go outside and play. I think Branch could play better. I think Branch is a better safety. Brian Branch is just an athlete. He's another one of those hybrid guys. You could put him in spots everywhere on the field and he could be successful. Let's see. Don't even want to talk about that kick return by Emmanuel Henderson. Kool-Aid McKinstry still being electric on the punt return. We did have a miscue with the fumble, the muff punt. And then the kicking game, the GOAT Will Riker, player of the game every week for me. And then Joseph Burnett with the strong punt. He only had to punt one time, it looks like. 46 yards, from the spot where we pounded field position. He played good kick placement. Let's see. Let's look at a few videos that they put up. Jason McClellan crosses the goal line. Jason McClellan played a strong game today. And with Jahmyr Gibbs nursing a little small ankle injury, I think Jason McClellan is going to be important for next week's game. So that's my post-game reaction. Look, it's spam comment. Let me see. Let's see. Let me go over here on this channel right here. But that's my post-game reaction. I didn't want to be long. I wasn't expecting people to show up and, give no active comments. But yeah, this is Alabama football. We got Auburn next week. I don't know what to expect from this team, man. I don't know what to expect from this team. I don't know if this team is gonna want to show up and play next week. You would expect them to, being that this is a rivalry game. I believe every player in that locker room has been preached to about how much this Auburn game means, And then with I don't believe we'll get the chaos that we need to get in the playoffs, but I would love to see some pride. I would love to see some pride across the board, coaching staff, players alike. The energy on the sideline has to be up for next week. If I'm not mistaken, the game is home this year. Hold on, let me see. If I'm not mistaken. Y'all don't quote me on it. Let's see. Yeah, we got a home game next week. It's in our house, so we have everything working in our favor from just the outside looking in. I just hope that these guys bring that energy. Hopefully Bill O'Brien doesn't choke. Hopefully Pete Golden doesn't, sit on his hands. This is the last game of the regular season. We're not playing an SEC championship game. Like, let it all hang out this last week of the season, man. And then we go into the bowl season. I don't expect Bryce to play. I don't expect Will Anderson to play. Like, I don't expect a lot of these guys to play. I expect them to opt out of this bowl game, and we get to see what we're going to have for next year. We got to see this transition happen with Mac Jones when we played Michigan a couple years ago in the bowl game. And those guys, they weren't they didn't play in the bowl game. So I don't want Bryce to get hurt or anything like that in this Iron Bowl. But if it happens, we just get a chance to look at the future, and not saying that the future is bright, but we do have some questions, which makes it interesting for us as fans and football lovers, Alabama football lovers who really pay attention to football. So I appreciate everybody coming through. If you have jumped in on this channel and you see this live or you see this segment after it's been live, please like, follow, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. We're working on something on this side. I'm gonna have some more bells and whistles on the screen so y'all can, it can be more interactive. But until then, man, enjoy what we have. It's your boy Coach Smook, and I'm out of here, man. Appreciate y'all.